that love from coast to coast, yeah. Planting them seeds so you know we growing, believing in us, damn right we know when. Ain't got time for the stress and pain, no time for hate, no time for games. It's time to take it up, take it up, we gon' take it up. Hey.
Real talk for real life. Real talk for real life. Real talk for real life.
Welcome to Real Talk for Real Life, guys. My name is Sherri Ann Flanders Duncan, and I will be your host today. Real Talk for Real Life is being brought to you all today by Women of Dynamic Change, a 501c3 nonprofit. And our mission is to break down those barriers that keep women from being able to reach their full potential. We have a special treat for you all today. We have 5 fantastic women here to talk about their journey as entrepreneurs. So I'm so excited about them being here and accepting the invitation to be on Real Talk for Real Life. But before we get to those beautiful ladies, I just want to let you know, like I do every month, is that all it takes is a mustard seed of faith, ladies. That is all that you need, and God is going to work it out. He is going to make your heart's desires come to pass. So you just have to have that mustard seed of faith. If you don't know what a mustard seed is, I suggest you Google it and look it up, and you will see just how small it is. That's all you need. Women, you got to understand that you are powerful. You are superheroes. And once God has blessed you with that superhero power, and you understand that superhero power and how to utilize it, there is nothing that you will not be able to accomplish. So we have everything that it takes to live up to our full potential. I am so excited to be here today. I just also want to give a shout out to, before I get to those beautiful ladies, to 15th Street Fishery. This is where we held Power Hour, our networking event. And it was absolutely beautiful, ladies, absolutely beautiful. The service, the ambiance, we were on the water, and I don't believe it was a networking event. I think it was a little bit more than that. We were able to really connect and share some personal stories. And when you do that, when you connect with other women who may not necessarily come from where you come from, you're able to tap into someone else's world, and that really helps you to grow as a person. And so that night was so beautiful, and that allowed us to be able to do that with the women that were there. And so I just want to say thank you to 15th Street Fisheries for the excellent customer service, and we definitely will be back to do more power hours. So here we go, guys. What do you do if you were in an elevator with a billionaire and he wanted to spend some money on you? Would you be ready to pitch yourself? Would you be ready to pitch your product? So that is what we're going to be doing today. We have 5 ladies here today, and they're going to let us know about who they are, about their services or their product, and why that billionaire should invest in them. So we're going to start out with that. And so drum roll. We're going to start with Miss Michelle Rivera. Miss Michelle, are you there? Did we lose Miss Michelle? Well, you know, that's what happens when you're live, guys. Let's see.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, you're here, Michelle? Okay, great, Michelle. So nice to have you on Real Talk for Real Life. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Sherri. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, you know, I've been watching you. And so listen, if I'm that billionaire and I want to spend that money on you, what are you going to tell me about you and your product and service that you offer?
Well, I'm Michelle. I'm the owner and photographer for M2 Executive Headshots, and I specialize in business and headshot photography branding. What sets me apart from other photographers, because this is the generation of creatives, right? So everywhere you turn, there's a photographer or someone in that similar field. So what sets us apart at M2 Executive Headshots is that we believe highly in communication. So important to get a feel for our clients ahead of time and to what their vision is, so we can represent you the way that you want to be represented. And that makes for for happy clients and just happy everybody, because word of mouth is just so important nowadays. And that's how I get the majority of my business.
Yes, that is absolutely true. Word of mouth. And so, Michelle, one thing that I learned is that when you provide excellent service, that word of mouth will go a long way.
Mhm.
That's definitely something that you do, and you capture the moments. You really do. You're welcome. Your pictures and your headshots really, really speak for themselves. So if I was a billionaire and I was ready to spend some money, it definitely would be on Miss Michelle. So thank you for giving us that introduction to
Thank
who
you, Sherri.
You're
We'll be
welcome.
talking later. We'll be talking
Yes.
later.
So we'll talk a little. Yes, we
Billionaire.
definitely
The
will.
billionaire.
So, drum roll. Next person we have in line is Miss Tangela Mintu, Picasso. Are you there?
I am here. Good
Okay.
afternoon,
Good
ladies.
afternoon.
Oh, hello.
Thank you, Sherri, for having me here today amongst such beautiful women.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
Yes. Well, first, let me say that I am from Luxurious Hair. We have been in business, Luxurious Hair, for 20 years now, and I've been doing hair for 30 years. I would say I'm known in the industry as Tan Picasso with 30 years of experience dedicated to ensuring high quality services and expertise and satisfaction to my clients. I prioritize my client needs and I tailor to each one of them individually for whatever their unique requirements are. And also, we also have Luxurious Hair, our honest feedback and advice that help clients make informed decisions that benefits their hair needs. We are committed to sustainability and implement eco-friendly practices in all our operations. Our dedication to the social responsibilities ensure we contribute positively to the community and the environment also. I also offer an app where you can reach me at any time to discuss your needs. In my work, I leverage the latest technology and innovative methods too. I take time out to take classes so I can provide cutting edge services to my clients to keep them ahead of the competition. I also invest in my education. Continuous investment in new styles and techniques is essential for my career and growth and allow us to offer the most efficient, effective solution for our clients also. So with that said, we stand out due to our customized services, unlike others. We don't believe in one size fit all either over here. Our approach, each service package is customized to the clients. Everyone is different and everyone's hair type is different. We maintain transparency in all our dealings, providing clear pricing with no hidden costs. We give you a price that your price, it would be your price. The only way that price would change if your service goes up or you add something in or you remove a service. That's the only way. We offer a number of services also, including specialty service, hair replacement, custom wigs, and the Brazilian blowout. These are popular amongst our clients. But we offer a wide range of services. All you need to do is check out our app, scan our QR code, and everything is there for you. Yes, that's what Luxurious Hair Team has to offer. And being that we've been in business so long, we have been through trials and errors, so we know what it takes to keep the business standing. That's a little bit about me and Luxurious Hair, because I am both of them. When I speak on what I do, and I don't say me, I say us, because it takes a team, and Luxurious is a team.
I love it, Tangela. I love it so much that I'm one of your clients.
Yes.
A common thing what I've heard so far is customer service is very, very important. And so you really touched on that, Tangela. So I know if you were in that elevator with that billionaire, he would have no choice but to invest in your services. Thank you so much for that, Tangela. You're welcome, my love. Charlene Hodges, are you there?
Hello, ladies.
Hello, Mrs. Hodges. How are you?
I'm doing
Wait,
good.
let me say hi. What's up, lady?
Hi, Mr. Hodges. How are you?
Right.
Listen, you have been doing some big and wonderful things. And so I want you to let the world know who you are and a little bit about your product, because definitely I've taken a look at it and read some of those chapters, and you got to let the world know about what it is that you're doing. doing?
So just to give you guys background about myself, my name is Charlene Hodges. I have a coaching business with my husband, which is called the Hodges Coaching. We wrote an ebook, which is called Dating Decoded, the 10 Commandments of Dating. Now, this ebook, it's not long. It explains different points in relationships that help relationships grow, become better, and to help individuals become better. We also have a podcast, which is called Loyalty Over Love, and it's on all platforms. Our mission is to help everyone in relationships to build stronger relationships and to just succeed in that area.
Awesome. And that is definitely something we need as women, because that's a common theme for most women, to have a successful and thriving relationship. And so you've definitely let the world know that Billionaire, I'm sure, will be interested in digging and investing in your product.
It goes a little bit further than that. So with our coaching business, we actually coach couples in relationship. And then my husband, he coaches men when it comes to mindset and just having a clear path in their lives and just helping men. And he's also had a couple of consultations, and the feedback from it is outstanding. People have given him very great reviews and just explain how he's helped them. So this is our goal, to help individuals and couples and at the end of the day, society. So we want our business to grow. You can follow us on, it's going to be his Instagram because we're kind of merging now. So it's _ Rob Hodges. You'll find him on Instagram. Our podcast is Loyalty Over Love. Again, it's on all platforms. I suggest everyone to listen to the episodes. And yeah, I believe that you will be able to take something away from this and grow.
Awesome. And that's what it's all about, giving back to society and being able to help. Sounds like you guys are not just targeting women, but you're targeting the whole entire relationship by also extending your services to men. So thank you for that, Charlene. Definitely, we will definitely be following you and getting more information on how to follow you guys a little later on. So the next in line, the next lady is Miss Tiffany McGee. Are you there, Miss Tiffany McGee?
Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing?
Hello. Well, we definitely have been seeing you do your thing. And so, you've been talking about finances and getting yourself together financially. So tell us a little bit more about that. Just imagine if you were in that elevator and you needed that billionaire to invest in you, what would you tell them?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much first for inviting me to this platform. I'm very thankful. And then, yes, just to be here with all these other beautiful entrepreneurs. This is a great thing. Keep doing what you're doing. I love it. But if I was in the elevator with that billionaire, I would say, hey, so my name is Tiffany McGee, and I am a licensed financial strategist. What we do is we educate families on how to protect and grow their money risk-free and reduce taxation. We represent over 25 A-rated financial companies, meaning that we are client focused. We will have a conversation to determine where you are currently and where you want to be in the future. We then create a roadmap to ensure that you reach these goals. Consider us like a GPS. Once you know where you want to be, you would put it in the GPS for specific directions on how to get to that location, right? Well, we do the same for the financial success of our clients. We are a solutions-driven organization with a mission to inspire families to dream again.
I love that. And finances is a key tool to growth, right? So to securing the future for your family. So definitely want to thank you for that, Tiffany, and for being on today. Miss Tayana Campos, are you there? Florida real estate girl.
Hi, thank you for having me today.
You're welcome. So tell that millionaire/billionaire why he should invest in you.
Well, my name is Tiana, and I've been in real estate for 20 plus years. The good thing about me, I'm well-rounded. So I'm also in the finance sector of it. So I have a great team behind me, attorneys, I have GCs, I have builders. I actually am able to help any investors or a family that wants to start building up a portfolio to get that retirement ready, get that residual coming in. I'm an expert in Florida. So I love to explore different areas of Florida, and Florida is pretty big, and there's a lot of more opportunity than the tri-counties that we're used to. So I'm definitely a person to come to, very knowledgeable. And with the times changing, Florida has become a number one focus of the country. So there's a lot of money to be made here. And with the laws changing and so forth, I'm able to help my investors, put their money to work.
I love it. Putting money to work and making it grow.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what it's all
absolutely.
about. So thank you for that, Tayana. We really appreciate having you here today. Finances and all of the things that you all ladies are doing to contribute to society, your services, your products are well needed. So again, thank you all for being here today. So what I want to find out is, Miss Michelle, are you there? What has motivated you to start your own business, Michelle?
So it took me a while. I'm in my 50s. And when I turned 50 was when I finally did it, when I finally took that leap of faith to do it. It took me many years. Photography has always been something that I've always done, and that I knew I could make more of it than just a hobby, just being the one that everybody calls to come over to take the pictures, So yeah, but it was the culture that I'm in, that I'm from, not to speak badly about my culture, but because we have a lot to give. But what I witnessed growing up and being raised in is that they believe in your plan as you get older is to work in a large company where you're secure and you have retirement and benefits. And that's it. That's the big plan. And I always knew that there was something more out there. I've worked in the corporate world. I work in the corporate world. But I wanted it for myself. And so, like I said, when I reached 50, I was like, hold on a minute. What am I fearing? I said, because that was what led me, was fear. It was just fear that held me back. And I said, I had that conversation with myself, like, what are you scared of? We get older, we start like letting things go. Like my biggest thing was learning how to say no when I'm too tired or have too much going on, right? Because we always want to be there for people. We want to be there because that's the way we are, especially as women. I've learned, who am I fearing? I have no one to fear. And so I said, I'm going to do it. And I did it. And this year, I've been in the business now a little over a year. So it hasn't been long, but this year, 2024, has been explosive. It's been something else. I mean, things have come my way I'm just still in shock. The other thing that motivates me, well, as far as motivating, I have this plaque in my office, and it says, if plan A fails, you have 25 more letters, right? So if at first we don't succeed, we keep on going. So I look at that every day. And the most important thing that motivates me is surrounding myself, not with just positive people, but with positive women. And like you mentioned it, when it comes to networking, not just networking and being around those women, but having a connection with those women. We're in a world with women, women ruling the world right now, just getting out there and getting to know women and having that supportive feeling when you leave different events, like when we left your event, the Women of Dynamic Change, you leave there with such a good feeling, and it motivates you to want to keep doing it, meet more people and learn. It's really about learning, and it helps you grow. It helps you grow and it helps your business grow. So, yeah.
Yes, that is definitely true. Everything you mentioned is absolutely correct, Michelle. But the one thing that I really want to touch on is that fear. You decided to do something outside of the norm of your culture. You put that fear aside. And so here you are now branching off, branching out. God is blessing you with so much opportunity.
Yes.
So you replace that fear with sounds like faith, right?
Yes.
God is working miracles now in your life, and he's allowing you to do something that you love, right? So that passion is definitely coming through with your work. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Charlene Hodges, what motivated you to, want to go into helping other couples?
Well, how it started for me was a few years ago. I went through a divorce. During that time frame, during the divorce and afterwards, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about being in a relationship, and I learned a whole lot about being married. Marriage is not meant for everybody. It takes hard work, and both have to be on the same page, have the same goals. And then when I started dating my now husband, Robert, we would just sit on the couch and have these conversations about relationships and where society is now, and how a lot of people don't have the same mindset when you're in a relationship, which is really important. So we started our podcast, and then, we just really, really want people to understand the importance of being on the same page when you're in a relationship, let alone a marriage. So this is something that we are very passionate about, and this is where it started. It started with our podcast, and then we just wanted to flourish from there with the ebook. the coaching. So that's where it all started.
It was all a dream,
Yes,
right? And now it's a reality
exactly.
for you all. And that just goes to show, I'm sure you can agree, is that something that we think it could start out as a simple conversation can turn into
Right.
something so much more. And you proving that. So thank you so much for your input on that. Miss Tiffany, we're moving back to you, Miss Tiffany. What has motivated you and wanted to help other families and women and men become financially stable?
So I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I've always wanted my own business since I was a kid. And when I learned about how I could make a positive impact on the lives of those that I work with, it was a no-brainer for me. I decided that this is the purpose that God gave me to give back to my community. There are so many of us that do not know that there are tools and resources out there that don't have risk, where you can put your money in an account like a savings account and it grows at much higher interest rate. So you have almost your own bank to make decisions out of for your family. We're taught that, and when I say we're taught, we're media, we watch the news, we hear the radio, our jobs, everyone teaches us that we need to have certain things in place. But when you really learn about some of those other things, they're not the best options for us. And so what I've been learning and what I know and what I continue to expand upon is that there are things out there that we know nothing about. And my goal is to make sure that all of my people know what I know. Like, I'm here to teach everyone, because we're not just consumers. The world looks at us like consumers, but we're real people with real goals, real dreams for our families. And if I can show and educate folks on how to reach those dreams that so many people have given up on and just settled for where they are in life, if I can inspire you to dream again, that's what I'm here for, because it is me doing this business inspired me to dream again. So, and I know I get passionate about it because I'm just like, oh my gosh, people don't know what they don't know. And if they let me show them what they don't know, they'll understand why I'm so passionate about it. So anyway, there you go.
I love it. You're leading us to the next question. That passion, it really shows someone that goes into a particular business or they produce a particular product and they're passionate about it, it's going to show. So thank you for wanting to change the world and educate the world financially on everything that they can do to secure their future and their family's future. Miss Tangela Mitchell, we're talking about passion, and I know you're definitely passionate about what you do.
I have to be passionate to be in my industry for as many years as I have been in here, experiencing the ups and the downs and having owned 5 salons in my lifetime and having 3 of them when I was pretty young and didn't know anything, just was able to do it and wanted to do it. You have to be passionate about it and dealing with people too. But the most important thing about it is just loving it. And for me, I just look at it as art changing. I feel as though I am designing ahead. Whatever it is that my client wants, I am the designer. So when I'm doing my work, I'm in a peaceful place and I love to see the end result. I think that I will be doing this till I'm 80 years old if God bless me to do it. Because when you love what you do, you want to continue to do it. Really, and in my field, I'm always learning. Not only that I do hair, I do makeup. It's just a whole variety of things that we can do as a cosmetologist. But doing hair, it's just been a blessing. And every day, I thank God for my talent because nobody gave it to me but him. And that's why I continue to do it, because I know it was a gift given to me by him.
Thank you so much, Tangela. And I definitely agree. When God is giving you a gift, you got to give that gift back.
Yes.
Right? You have to give that gift back. So, Miss Tayana, I want to talk a little bit about obstacles, because as entrepreneurs, especially as realtors, because I do hold my real estate license, so I know there's times where we are faced with obstacles. So how have you overcome any obstacles in your line of work as a realtor or working in real estate?
I think the biggest obstacle is it's understanding people. So I studied psychology. So definitely my psychology degree helps me in the field. Trying to understand what people want. Sometimes people come to me, clients come to me, and they don't even know what they want. or they don't know what their next step is. They don't understand the process. So I'm here to educate. I'm here to give them therapy. I've had plenty of sessions where I've had emotional moments. So those are the biggest obstacles. And then the second obstacle is balancing life, the work life and the family life. Because clients, they become your family, your friends. So they don't understand sometimes that there's boundaries. They'll call you at 7 o'clock in the morning and at 12 o'clock at night. So there has to be a balance. In the beginning of my career, I drove my husband nuts. I would get calls at 11 o'clock and he'd be like, who's calling? And I'm like, it's my client. So those are the type of obstacles that I deal with because I build relationship. They're just not my clients. They become my long-term friends. Their family become my clients, become friends. So I end up going to their special events, birthdays, milestones. So it's very important to set some boundaries in the business.
That's definitely understandable, setting those boundaries. And it's hard when you're in the real estate profession.
Yes.
This is pretty much how your career goes. You have to be available for your clients. And sometimes they don't quite understand that you do have a family. But like you said, you're setting boundaries. And so that's all that matters in that self-care, providing that self-care. But at the same time, making sure that your clients, it sounds like you make sure they're taken care of when time comes. That sounds great. All right. So we're going to go to Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany, how has networking helped you in your line of business?
So networking actually has been important because it allows me to meet and support other entrepreneurs, and it creates the opportunity for referrals because referrals, as you all know, like in the real estate world, referrals are very important, but also provides mentorship. You network with other entrepreneurs and you learn from each other. Plus, I receive mentorship from other people like within my company. I have millionaires in the industry that are pouring into me as well. So I like to also share my knowledge with other entrepreneurs as well, because the goal is, one, to support each other. We all know it's a struggle out here, and we are just reaching toward our abundance and our purpose that God has given us. The gifts, like you said, the gifts that God given us to provide to our community. So that's the most important part of networking for me, not only meeting other people that are in a similar, not just industry, but that the similar mindset, like we want to see better for our people and our communities, and then also to help each other's business grow, because you may need something from me, I may need something from you, you may know somebody who could use my services, I can refer somebody to you. We all work together to help each other grow.
Yeah, I love the way you say that, and it's a little bit about it's a lot about cross promoting. Just as you promote someone else, they need to do the same thing for you, and that's how we all grow as individuals and as business owners, as female entrepreneurs. So it's definitely important that we get out. And there you go, Miss Michelle. We were talking about networking because you mentioned it before. And this is how I actually met you at a networking event.
Look at this. So networking is just, it's very important. I mean, in the beginning, when I first started the business, my husband said, you have to get out there and network, right? And I'm the 9 to 5. I was coming home. I had my set schedule. Networking, having to go out on a weekday, that wasn't me. I'm in bed by 7:30. So I looked, I was looking, I was researching, like, where can I go? Like, where do I even start? Unfortunately, I didn't have like anybody that I could ask or that I felt that I could ask. So I went on Eventbrite. While I was there, I'm finding like different organizations, a lot of women organizations. And I was like, okay, this sounds cool, So I went for the first time, and I'm not an introvert, I'm not an extrovert. I'm a Gemini, I'm right in the middle. So I could go from 0 to 60 real quick. Anyways, going to the first one was like, okay, I could do this. It was that fear aspect again too, kind of like held me back a little bit. But I started talking to women and it was great. And as far as growing my professional skills, I can speak better. I'm more confident in what I do. I am more confident in who I am. I've grown a lot within myself to love myself. I've learned so much about different women and their experiences, and how many women out there actually have gone through similar experiences that I've gone through, and challenges. How did you get out of your challenge, or your issue that you were stuck in? Oh, okay, that's something I could think about, because I might be stuck in that same situation myself, or I can speak on other things to help other women to be able to move on or prosper, to succeed. So yeah, networking has been an amazing tool.
And you said it best when you said it's about connection. It's about the connection and the bond that we're able to form. Yes. So Thank you so much for that, Michelle. Miss Hodges, Charlene Hodges, are you there? I want to know, what advice would you give to that young woman who is thinking about writing a book, that is thinking about going into coaching? What advice would you give to her, Miss Tayana, with that question?
My advice would be patient, to educate yourself, prepare, know that without failure, there's no success. So you learn from every failed attempt, but you got to keep pushing forward and eventually you'll get it right. But without those failed attempts, you don't grow.
I love that. And you know what I actually call them? I call them lessons learned.
Lessons learned.
Yes.
Lessons learned. Those lessons are here to teach us and to help us grow. We're going to move towards Miss Tangela. Miss Tangela, what would you tell that young girl, that teenager, or that young woman who is thinking about going into the hair industry and has been taught, oh no, you need to get your education and go to college? What would you tell her about the importance of moving forward towards your dream and becoming that master hairstylist like yourself?
I would say make sure that you are versatile. I would say study all hair types, not just one. Put yourself in different arenas. Don't just be in one part. You have to be in mixed. It has to be study mixed culture here. Learn everything that you can learn. What it is in the industry as a hairstylist, and me as a master stylist, you must know how to do everything. You may not do it the best, as like someone else who specializes it, but long as you can do it and make your client happy, you got it. So I would say continue your education, believe in yourself, and be consistent. Practice, and time yourself. Because that's what happened with me. I had to practice. You never stop learning. You practice, you put yourself on a timer, you time yourself as you work until you get to that level where you don't have to time yourself. You're very sufficient and with the time frame that you want to finish your style. Because everything that we do, we base it on time. So that's what I would say to a beginning stylist. Learn how to do all types of hair. Do not let nothing walk out the door. If you let it walk out the door, let it walk out because you choose not to do it. Not because you can't do it. I just don't want to do it. That's what I would say.
Okay, understood. And so tell the audience, Tam, what's your future goals for your business? Where are you headed? Where you see yourself?
Well, my future goals are for my business is just to actually just be an educator and to finish in the process of having my book published. It is based on 5 different methods. It's a guideline for extensions. It has 5 different methods that it's teaching. So it's taken me longer than I anticipated, but I tell you, when I finish this project, I'm going to be so amazed by it. Because everything I'm doing is just like someone said, sometimes you feel like you're not getting there and you're falling back, but that's only because it's getting better. It's getting better. You're doing better. So I had to replace some things and put better things. So I'm looking forward to that in my future and just being an educator. Yes, that's it.
Wow. I love it. Now you're taking your passion and educating others. Tam, kudos to you. Great job. Keep doing what you're doing. So thank you, Tam, for everything that you've done and definitely for being here today on Real Talk for Real Live. Miss Tiffany, please let us know, what are your future goals for your business?
My future goals for my business. So with my business, with my company, not only do we provide services to our clients and families and, teach people on how to protect their money risk-free and grow their money and all that stuff. But on the other side, I'm also building an agency so that I can, in at least the next 5 to 10 years, have passive income where I'm not working to do what I'm doing now. I'm actually coaching and mentoring and helping develop others and helping them to reach their dreams. So my future goals for my business is to grow an agency of at least 500 agents. So like I said, we can develop them into leaders and business owners and they can secure their families as well. And obviously, the way my mind is going after I hit that 500, then it's going to be 1,000 because I want to continue to see organization grow. Plus with the company that I am with, we're going public in 6 years. So we're on the ground floor of a startup. So I'm want to build one of the biggest agencies. So when we do go public and the stock is at whatever, 26 billion, even the little piece of it that I'm going to get is going to set my family up. And I want to be able to do that for others, especially that look like me, so that we all can set our families up. And that's the answer to my question. Like listen, it's grind time because I want to work really, really hard and compound this work and interest right now. So in about 5 to 10 years, I won't even have to be doing
passive income. That's where it is. And more people need to understand the importance of that. So thank you, Tiffany, for what you're doing. We so appreciate it and sharing your expertise and your knowledge. Miss Tayana, let us know where you see yourself. Where are you going with this real estate?
Well, real estate is definitely changing. So my goal is to work with entrepreneurs that have cash flow businesses. You know, before the knowledge and the message was that you needed to declare income to the IRS in order to get a loan to purchase a property. That is not the case anymore. You do not need to declare income to Uncle Sam to get a 30-year fixed mortgage. So we can use your cash flow business and use your deposits to qualify you for a loan. So that kind of pushes out Uncle Sam from giving them thousands of dollars where you could put it into your property and you know, because you're not going to really see that money at the end of the day. IRS takes that money, it's property tax, and it's not coming back to you. But this way, the consumer can keep their money and put it into an investment.
So, and that's why it's so important to have platforms like this and to have people like yourself come on, because what we don't know, we don't know. And so we need people who are experts in the area of real estate, financial advising. We need this expertise. We need more people just volunteer. That sometimes free information is just the greatest information, and it can change someone's life. So Tayana, thank you for everything that you're doing and all the families' lives that you are changing. Last but certainly not least, Miss Michelle Rivera. Where do you see yourself? Where are you going with what are your future plans?
So we are visual people, right? And when you have a headshot or a business photo shot done of yourself, and people look for a particular business and they see your photo needs to speak directly to them, which is what it does. So when I take your shot, it's not just a shot. It's something that's going to speak for you when you are not present. So when I was talking before about your reputation, you want to be able to brand yourself and your business, whatever it is that you're doing, by that photo. So that's why it's so important. As far as my business, I would love for it to continue growing, for my name to be one that when they hear M2 Executive Headshots, or as some people call me, they don't call me Michelle, they call me M2. So, so like when I introduce myself, I say I'm M2. I want people to remember that when I need to get this done. I need to call M2. But as far as my business and a little bit on the outside, right now I'm speaking with a young lady who makes wigs for children who have a type of cancer. And the biggest challenge with that was the fact that they are immunocompromised. So my part it's not for media, it's not for publicity, it's for making them feel good. So when they get that wig, that they already are feeling like princesses. I mean, you got to see her videos. They're just so touching, so amazing. When she does this, she makes these handmade, each one with love. So when she's doing this, I want to be a part of that and be able to capture them, but I don't want to expose them to anything that might get them sicker. So we're working on putting something together, maybe inside their goodie bags that she gives out to them, so they can have a complimentary mini shoe with me when they get home. And they have, their little look going on and they feeling like a princess. I want to be there and just help them capture that moment for them. Have dreams that are slowly trying to get to, and I'm starting off with this one. And yeah, that's my goal is to do some more of that.
I love that, M2. I love that you're capturing the moments and creating memories. And something just like that, what you're doing is going to mean the world for these little girls. So thank you for your services and what you're doing for the community. I'm so honored to have had you all. I think we lost Charlene. She may have lost reception, but ladies, I'm honored. I'm speechless. You all are doing some wonderful and great things, and that's what Real Talk for Real Life is about. Is to honor dynamic women who are making dynamic change in society. So thank you all. And Miss Janice Coleman, where are you? Because I know you always have a word, some wisdom to give to the audience.
I am here listening to these dynamic women tell us about what they do. And I just want all of you to know that you have a place and your dreams are worthy of chasing after. And the fact is, you don't have to chase too far, because when it's in you and you do those things that you need to do consistently, you will see it in reality. So thank you all for all that you do and to be sharing. And Michelle, we need to talk. We need to talk. It's just amazing. And I really do, again, Sherri, and all that you're doing, bringing women together and just bringing people together. You're a great connector. And so, in all that you do, bringing people in different professions, because everyone who spoke today, everybody needs you in some way, form, or fashion, or they know someone who does. And that's how the momentum starts and continues as you lead your business, your ideas, your services to a successful finish. So keep it moving. God bless you all. And yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Jen.
Yeah.
So encouraging and uplifting. And that's what this platform is all about, ladies. Just really quickly, I want you to let the audience know, how can we find you? Starting with Michelle, how can we find you?
Okay. M as in Michelle, 2 Executive Headshots. That's on my Instagram. And it's M2 _ executive _ headshots.
Okay, gotcha. Miss Tayana Campos, how can we find you?
Just Google me, Tiana Campos. You should see a lot of information. But my phone number is 786-303-0653. Feel free to text me anytime.
Love it. Miss Tangela Mitchell, how can we find you?
Tan Picasso. I'm also too. If you Google me, I pop right up as Tan Picasso. The hair artist is TANPICASSO.
Love it. And last but certainly not least, Miss Tiffany McGee.
Hey guys, so a few different sites. You can reach me. My website is eyesonfinances@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Tiffany McGee _ Eyes on Finances. I'm also on TikTok and Facebook under the same name. So feel free, and just, hey, my number, in case you know somebody who needs what I serve or what I provide, my number is 850-322-7855. Feel free to call me, text me, leave me a message, and I'll be happy to serve you, your family, your friends, and everyone.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. This has been such an empowering and inspiring Real Talk for Real Life. Again, ladies, I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here today and to share with the world who you are and what you do. And listen, once I become a billionaire, you know, I will be investing in each one of you. You sold yourself today. Ladies, thank you so much. And if it's God's will, you will see me again on Real Talk for Real Life next month, where you know this is where dynamic women again come to share their stories and to inspire and empower. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you.
Thank you, Sherri.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, ladies. Y'all have a great one.
You too.